Okay, we're on all that glitters. I am bottom left in green. Equipped win in yellow, top left. Red is Tony. And Love Games in teal in the bottom right. Yellow and red, quickest off the mark, getting some infantry out by the looks. Yep. We're only a few seconds behind. Can't remember how this game goes. I think this might have been my first game back after a really, really long break. So I suspect it was a loss, but I wasn't as rusty as I feared I might be. Yellow, few infantry out. No scouts are going to get through that. Red, not far behind. A couple of grenadiers as well. Teal, a few infantry here and there. Should be reasonably airtight. And I'm doing the same. I'm just working on this immediate perimeter for now. And once I've got a bit happening, I've harvested this ore. I'll push this out a little bit, but by then I'll have tanks. So it's just want to stop that really early scout and early MiG attack or V2. V2s can reach over these walls. So he's seen my refinery, but that's okay. We can see yellow scouting now. Teal doing the same. Tony, same. And I got a few out ahead of time, and they're also doing the same thing. War factory out now. Going to go at least one harvester. Yeah, real estate at a premium on this one. You really need to be clearing this ore so that you can build in there. And I'm just starting to move a few infantry forward just to get them out of the way. Scout came in, didn't last long. So, I mean, in this position, or in most positions, you really only need a couple of infantry. Like, I've got 6 here. I probably just did 10 to begin with, including my scouts. Don't don't have coverage on the internal islands, but I know there's only 4 of us, and we're likely on the corners. But I do just have enough just to see if there's any movement happening. Second harvester, yeah, clearing this close ore like I talked about. But yeah, you do have to stay on top. So I've retargeted this harvester there, and this one, yeah, you can see I'm directing him around. Third harvester now. He's just on the auto. He's just going to the nearest bit. Second war factory now. Now that I've cleared a bit of space here. Check out the other teams. Same story, really. So yeah, everyone's pretty well doing the same thing. Teal's sort of the first to really get out there with the harvester, and we'll see how that works for him. But I'm just getting a few tanks now, just to yeah cover any early attacks that might happen. I am going to have to get some more refineries though. You can see I'm struggling for cash. Do also need to think about service depot at some point. There's one from Red who's just sold it, so he can build an MCV now if he wants. See what he does with that. There are these areas to colonize with your MCV, and you can see Teal and Red have put people there just to spy them and make sure. Although I don't think these two know about each other. That's quite funny. They wouldn't have planned it that way, I'm sure. Um, Yellow now is moving a few tanks out into the middle. Might be scouting with them really,
Yes, sir.
or coming to claim
Construction
one
complete.
of these.
Unit ready. Building.
Got that refinery up now. Before long, this refinery will be kind of left behind. Probably end up selling it. Radar dome's up, so I've got a bit of visibility
Affirmative. Reporting.
and trying to expand that now. Now that I don't need these infantry, I'm just going to send them in a few different directions.
At
Unit
once.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
See what Teal's up to. Going well with the economy, but I haven't seen a switch to MCVs yet. You can see Red now, second MCV up, and he's got a few there ready to deploy. And I suspect before long he'll try and come and occupy these areas. Yellow, working on the economy, but no MCVs yet. You can see I am rusty. I am behind the game. Yellow, red, teal are really harvesting at quite a rate, and I'm just not keeping up, and that's now starting to impact my bottom line. You can see here. Doesn't help. These guys are getting congested and they're taking turns. So it's just taking so long. Um, yeah, it can get away from you. This sort of micro management that you need to do sometimes, because the AI is just a bit dumb. Okay, some extra MCVs out now from Teal and an airfield, so spy planes will be up soon.
Awaiting. Acknowledged.
And Teal is now occupied this area.
Construction complete.
Of course.
Unit ready.
Tony in red has not
Construction
moved yet. So Teal now is also harvesting on this front and has some tanks here for cover. Yellow, no move to MCVs yet by the looks. Red, yeah, still relying on those two war factories at the back. But he's got the rocket and the ore harvesters cleaning this area up so that he can build out here. And the more harvesters and the more refineries he builds, the more area he's going to have. It'll just grow exponentially, and he'll be able to get those extra MCVs down. Although he could put one here if he wanted. Yellow, just taking up a bit of space here. Also, just don't know if he knows quite how well or how badly I'm doing. Not really, but he is just covering me with a minimal force, which I'm aware of.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
But yeah, I'm reacting now, but I also don't want to just always be reacting.
Acknowledged.
And I do see I've finally caught up to the MCVs now, so it's probably a bit late, but to be fair, Yellow has not done that yet, from what I can tell.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
So to stay out of trouble, going to deploy this in a minute, I imagine. There we go. With less tanks here now, it's a bit easier for the harvesters to get around. Another refinery. This is a much better place to harvest this material. I've gotten rid of that just because of the congestion. It's no good where it is. Tesla up, but no MCVs yet. We can see now with his build speed, Red has jumped up on here, and I've seen this a couple of times. People just get a few power plants up there. If you're going to do like a big Tesla build, it just keeps them out of trouble. It's not immediately obvious where his power is. Plus, real estate is just at a premium, so not a bad move. jumped up with ore silos and then done that. He might also just get Teslas up, and then he's got two and a half kind of avenues to his base sort of covered. I'm now working. I've got my fourth MCV about to deploy. More refineries now, so I am getting on top of this harvesting, pushing these limits out. But you can see I am behind the game a bit, cash-wise and tank-wise. Teal's really occupied this area now. It's going to be hard to push off from there. Really spread out. Hasn't used the airfield yet for spy planes or parabombs or paratroopers, but is well and truly in command of his little corner, and he's just got some tanks here to block that. Yellow is pushing his boundaries out. Still no service depot from what I can see, but quite a few tanks. There we go, it's finally caught up. 5 MCVs now, a 6-1 ready to deploy. Built another oil refinery, still strapped for cash. Gonna put you there. But yeah, this production speed's no good if my economy can't keep up with it. So that's why I'm not building any tanks is the long answer. I'm trying to get to like 8 or 10 MCVs first, but just due to rustiness and never really being on top of this map mentally, it's I've let my economy and my production kind of get imbalanced. And yeah, real estate's also at a premium. You know, if you take care of your economy, real estate sort of takes care of itself on this one, as teal and yellow and red are starting to demonstrate. Teal's got dotted a few forces around. Looks like he's attempted a para drop up here, maybe.
Building. Iron curtain. Charging.
Sounds like he's just built an iron curtain.
Building.
Red
Ready.
hasn't done heaps more scouting. Looks like he did get a scout into this area that I didn't see earlier, but that's still outside the original area. Yellow scouted a bit more. Sees what red's up to. Kind of knows that teal's here. Doesn't know heaps about me. Hasn't drawn off any forces though. Does have an MCV here now and also here, ready to deploy as soon as he catches up with him. He's building more. He's getting some tanks out. He's got a few units here, maybe just hoping he can catch red napping and get a harvester at some stage. So I'm now starting to get a little bit of cash in, switching back to tanks, but now my I've got only 3 war factories. I've got nowhere to really build more at the current minute. Can't even deploy the MCVs. Just trying to, you need to manually, because they sort of find their spot and then they go off in some direction and they just that spot is where they last harvested. So last time he would have come boom, 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 gone home, but instead of coming here, he starts here and then he goes in a direction. So you do just need to, I need to be grabbing these guys and reminding them, nope, start here, start here, start here, so that I can get this guy deployed. So I'm really cramped. Yellow's now started to deploy in the middle, and as a result is moving some vehicles up now to really occupy. Same deal with teal.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Teal has spied me,
Unit ready.
and
Construction complete.
he can see the state that I'm in.
Building.
Um,
Ready.
Affirmative.
and here he comes.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Top and bottom, big
Unit
attack.
ready.
I'm
Building.
reacting to it, but I can't really build heaps.
Building.
I don't really have the power infrastructure to get a Tesla defense happening.
Unit ready.
Comrade, acknowledge.
Building.
Probably just going to lose this MCV now. These harvesters are getting targeted, and that's going to slow me down. I was already behind the 8 ball on that one. And honestly, he doesn't need to engage me. He just needs to sit there. My harvesters, if they stray within range, they'll die. And he can just starve me out while he worries about the other guys who are all just sitting put for the moment. No one's taking advantage of that. They might not even know that it's happening.
Building.
They could probably hear something though.
Building. Unit
Yeah,
ready.
Tony knows about it,
Training.
but I guess he can see this too, which is
Building.
Affirmative.
a lot. So he doesn't want to
Echo reporting.
Building.
poke the bear.
Construction complete.
Teal's come all the way across now.
Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Completely cut me off.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
There's really nothing I can do now. I guess less hope that one of the other players would attack Teal, but it is a free-for-all, so
Building.
they're within their rights to sit still or they're within their rights to attack. And yeah, there we go. I finally got a Tesla up. Struggling for cash. Gets 2 or 3 shots away, but nothing else. So, it is absolutely curtains for me. Barely any tanks. No harvesters. They're about to die. Bit of a pathfinding issue here. I've tried to bring these around to stop and they've just decided to go around the back. I've caught it, brought them back, but yeah, I mean, there's no real. The only thing I'm doing now is just keeping Teal busy, and that may or may not help the other players. But if Teal wants it, he can work for it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Here we go. Couple MCVs ready to move in. If he colonizes this area, then he's just got the entire bottom half of the map controlled, really. As far as all goes, and he can just park his units, here and here, and keep a few here to guard against red, and he can just sit there. Wait for yellow and red to get into each other maybe, and then take advantage. So Teal now is slowly, he's not actively managing these too much. He's slowly working his way through the buildings. He's probably got his attention drawn elsewhere. There's nothing happening on the mini-map, but he's probably just getting on top of his production and base building and whatnot. Yellow, lots of tanks here, a few Teslas. That's a strong position. This one less so. Teal and red are threatening that one. Red is threatening here a bit, although he does have some Tesla backup, so red would have to go all in to get that. And yeah, you can see his back area is completely clear of all now. And he's keeping his build radius up to the edge, getting a few Teslas here even, so that he can connect through here as a bit of a strong defense. That's not a bad idea. Plenty of cash. Red, he's still got these war factories back here, a bit of congestion. Not many war factories up outside though, so he is a bit behind the 8 ball there. These guys look like they're trapped. Maybe yeah, he needs to get on top of that. Um, but he's been pushing his harvest radius out and therefore his build radius and his real estate. A few Teslas up here. So this is now a pretty strong position. But this is quite wide, so Teal can get around those Teslas if he wants. And Yellow can just bypass and come this way. Although with that tanks, yeah, I don't think either of them can really push each other. Teal now, yep, he's dropped his MCV there. Looks like he's bringing up another one just for the redundancy and the build speed. A few tanks just working his way through my buildings. Bulk of his force have come up here to meet Yellow. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. He's got, this entire bottom half and all of this ore here is really free for him. And he could well be, look, he's sending harvesters up here to expand a bit more. He could even bring his refineries up and get a bit of a Tesla thing happening here if he wanted. These guys, harvesting at a fairly long radius. But he's good for cash. And just no real action for the minute. That's me out of the game. It was a good one to blow the cobwebs out. Teal with a cargo plane must have done a paratrooper drop or something. Looks like they've reacted to that, and he's got his MCV out. Airfield up as well. So what can he see? He's been spying. He knows what Yellow's up to. He has an idea, so he's obviously worried about his immediate neighbours, but has a bit of vision from his earlier scouting on my location, and he knows that Teal's there, so he can assume that Teal's got all of that covered. Yellow, pretty well knows what Red's up to. Knows that Teal's here. Doesn't really know that Teal has built here yet, but again, can probably infer that. And when Teal, what's there to say? He knows Yellow's here. Okay, he knows Yellow's there. Probably knows he's here too from the harvesters. He knows he has to be here, and so he's just there's only 4 ways through, and he's got control of all of them at the moment. Now he's pushed up on this side towards Red, brought his base up, getting some mammoths out, also getting some Tesla up. Iron Curtain on the Tesla, that's a smart move in the middle of a battle like this. He's going to get a bunch of shots off now, and tanks, while they're firing at that, are not firing at other things, so... Nuke's gone off somewhere. Didn't catch where. Just focusing on this battle for the moment. Teal's pushed in here a little bit too. He's worked out Yellow's here, but he's not trying to deal with Yellow. He's trying to go for Red. Red's holding on. There's not much happening over here, just some units spawning. Everyone's harvesting. Teal's really just focused here, I'm guessing. And he's reinforcing this, but he's going to lose a few to this Tesla on the way past. He can't see it all, but he knows he's up there. He's getting a few mammoths here. He's sort of trying to hold a line here, which he might be able to do. Although Red's got quite a few Teslas out. And he is starting to attack this war factory. So if Teal loses that one, his nearest one's back here. So it's quite a travel time to get to the battle, and he has lost it. He's not manoeuvring these guys.
Unit ready.
Looks like he's just been doing a bit of tidying up in his back lines,
Spike lane.
and that's why.
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Unit lost. Unit ready. Building.
Yeah, so Red's started
Unit
to
ready.
get the picture here.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
He knows, well, he can see that's empty
Unit ready.
and can assume that he's harvested all of this just from his harvesters. So
Our base is under attack. Building.
Acknowledged.
Yellow hasn't done a lot,
Acknowledged.
just happy to sit on what he's got, but I don't think it's going to be enough to really hold on if Teal manages to get the better of Red here.
Ready.
So Yellow has just pushed forward a little bit, starting to snipe Teal's harvesters, which is a good move. Teal knows that, so he's responding. But yeah, V2s can really slow down a Tesla crawl like this. So see how this goes. A few units moving into support now. Because Teal knows you need to just gather as much ore as you can and not give it away for free. So a bit of a draw, though he's still coming forward with the Tesla. Only gets one shot away though. Engaged on the left now. So he's fighting on a few fronts. He's moving these guys in too. So he's really trying to push his front forward and push Yellow back a bit on quite a few areas. And Yellow, even though these guys aren't fighting, okay, well, there's a bit of a V2 exchange now, but Red's just been moving forward slowly and claiming all of this ore, and Yellow's been passive. And so Red's got the advantage here in numbers and in ore. Looks like he's done well here, although he's lost a bit. Same here. Hasn't really shifted the needle here much. Still fighting. Red. Okay, Red's also starting to snipe these harvesters. So if Teal's not on top of this, Teal's now set up in here. But if Teal's not on top of, just how many harvesters he's losing here, that could really slow him down. And you can see the cash is not stacking up at the moment just due to these battles and the amount of vehicles being produced. Which it's spotting all back here, which isn't ideal. He's starting to get on top of it. But yeah, I mean, no rally points in a game as old as this, even with the quality of life upgrades. I don't mind that. I haven't played too many recent, or really any recent RTSs, like Red Alert 2 or Age of Empires 2 was probably my latest. So I don't mind this old school, but yeah, I like the quality of life they did, just brought it up to date just enough to make it enjoyable. But saying that, rally points for your bloody vehicle spawns would be great. It'd be different though. Okay, so he's just really consolidated what he's got, both him and Yellow. What are the nations in 1984? Eurasia and everything. Yeah, it's just that forever war. Sniping with some V2s, maybe some glitchy sprites by the looks of things. Red again, just exerting that soft pressure. Doesn't even have to fight a battle. Just has to move. Just has to walk forward really slowly. And Yellow's left flank here now is just completely collapsed. And Red's just been able to expand. He's held on here against Teal. So Red's on the up. Especially, if Teal's not wise, if Yellow can still do a lot of damage. And you can see he's set up here so that he's protecting this ore. But yellow's pushed forward here now because of these tanks out of position, and he's at risk of losing this area now. So teal's maybe overextended, but also, you know, you're fighting on a few fronts. I mean, you literally have to pick your battles, and you know, I was the first one out of this game, so I'm not gonna criticize. Okay, so he's pushed back a bit. A few V2s. Bit of a V2 volley here, but he's getting sniped from these guys. He's managed to push forward here now, but he's just so strapped for cash, it's hard to really pursue this. Okay, yellow's quit. Not sure why. I mean, he saw the writing on the wall, but still, he had a fair bit to hold on with. So you can see the immediate reaction from teal and red to move forward and claim as much as possible. Teal's pretty light over here, but he does have some V2s and some Tesla, and a fair bit of Tesla here. So Teal's just, you know, with that, probably got his time now to buy himself, you know, a bit of a rebuild. Red's strong. He hasn't conceded any ground. Again, sorry, another nuke. I didn't see where it landed. He hasn't lost any ground in this game, but he's also, apart from this semi-aggressive move over here to pressure yellow, he's not taken any ground off teal at all. So he's starting to here now. He wants this ore, and he knows, I guess, if he gets this, he can kind of push here a bit more and maybe push here. Just a few guys out the back. Teal does have mammoths, so they have a bit more hit points. He really, yeah, he's committed all of these troops now. Maybe that was just a selection issue earlier. That's really the right move. He needs to win here to be able to claim a lot of this area. Looks like he's done that now. He's going to come in and just snipe at whatever harvesters are left. But the Tesla's up now, so I don't know how long he'll want to hang around. Yeah, so he's just regrouped a little bit. Teal's responded now. Few V2s coming in, but no tanks. These guys are just, you know, doing their thing. Same over here. Hello, Teal now. Yeah, he's sniped this harvester and any others that might have been with him. So he's just slowly exerting that pressure back on red now. And he's really walking his Teslas into position and his V2s, and that's just driving red off this ore. Red's not even trying to hold on. Yeah, so red's sort of saying what's up, and it's crashed. I'll bring you back when I'm back. Hopefully we are back. Just a moment or two before where we crashed. So red's on the push forward. He's about to get pushed back with Tesla and V2. Just some free V2s having a go over here at each other. No one paying attention to that. Some MCVs red needs to deploy. He's claimed all that ore off yellow and is just gobbling it and spending it as fast as he can. Left these units, maybe that was intentional, maybe that was part of the paratrooper defense because he's not lost anything up there. This line's stabilized V2's there getting that ore harvester from before. His sort of fortress up here hasn't rebuilt it since that first battle. Probably worth doing. And yeah, he's just been forced back here. So he's giving up a substantial area here of ore, which you know Teal has freedom to harvest now. So they're both harvesting fast. I think Teal's in control of vastly more ore. He has all of this, really. And Red has managed to claim, this area here. Although Red, okay, both of them are just spending their cash so fast that it's just bottoming out. Selling a few buildings here for a bit of a cash injection, maybe, just to get his harvesters all focused over here, maybe. Yeah, he's just losing harvesters here, and he's probably better off just stopping because if he gets to rebuild harvesters, then yeah, everyone he loses is just gonna ruin the end of his game. Just building tanks. Though it's not like he has heaps coming out. Maybe they're on the unit limit. He's slowly getting organised, bringing them up to these choke points and towards the front so that he can claim pretty well all this ore. Red, getting a bit organised with some defence. Not 100% sure. It's possible you can hop up here. So whether that's an option, being in here might be useful. You could be just have a bit of a stronghold here and a war factory, dumping tanks right in the area where you want to be fighting. Red now, he's deployed those MCVs from before. He's got this ore, some harvesters for some shorter distances, but yeah, he's just chewing through what he's got so fast. He's moving forward a little bit to try and deal with that, but I mean, Blue's just Teal's set up now. All the V2s, Tesla's backing him up. Red's not even paying attention, he's just losing these guys now. And that ore, under his tanks is a battle, the ore gets destroyed under the battle. Meanwhile, Teal can just win this war of attrition with what he's got under his control. Red's pulled back. He knows now he's running out of money. Not bad, yeah, jumping in Tesla battle, dropping the Iron Curtain again on it. Teal's crawled right into this area now, and he can threaten. Yeah, he's just getting pot shots in now. So Red's cut off now on this side, unless he does something about this pretty quickly. But I mean, Teal doesn't have to do anything. Teal just needs to build some Teslas. He can just absorb this pressure. So definitely advantage Teal in this one, I think. Cargo plane coming in, dropping some paratroopers. They're doing their part. You can see here, he hasn't had to maneuver anything, just dump them there. Keeps Red busy. Meanwhile, all his harvesters now are just absolutely getting destroyed. None of this ore is getting back to him. By having the battle here in Red's territory, that's all of Red's ore that's now gone. Not that he could have done heaps about that, but that's just the way Cookie crumbled on that occasion. And yeah, you can actually jump down, so Teal's done that. And he's in his back lines now, so he's cut him off. could be pressuring here and coming around the back, but he's just focused on this battle for the moment. And his base crawl up here. Flame Tower is really good against buildings. Red's responding, but he's got a big force, but it's going to take him a while to clear this out if he can. And I don't think he can. He's responding here. That's probably a good idea, just to counter attack where he is strong. He's probably lost this, and really, there's no point holding it. Like, you're not harvesting here, so why are you fighting there? You could pull back to this line, maybe. Try and just acknowledge that Blue's got the high ground, but still hold. Force Blue to overextend and wrap him up rather than the other way around. Flame Towers, though, just getting rid of these V2s just as quick as you like. Pushing that build radius back further and further. So he's ended up here anyway. Maybe, you know, in the heat of the battle, when if you can recognise that moment, that's what the great players do. I don't. It's just something I've observed. But yeah, knowing when to abandon all of this would have saved quite a decent sized army to defend here. And you know, he's strong. He's still strong here. So he could have just made red. Red could have made teal do the work, and maybe teal would have overextended themselves at some point. Teal's just going to clean this up now. Red's got some paratroopers, but they're not going to do anything. They'll just kill one or two buildings. This it's clogged up here. Really should be bringing those up with this. These guys are good. Just destroy that. You're in control here. You're in control there. So it's just choking him. Keeping him busy here. This is a lost cause. I guess he's keeping him honest. He could be spending maybe some more attention and effort. Well, actually, no, he can't. His economy is completely collapsed. Because I was going to just suggest a few more Teslas here and there, maybe, but no, he's just got no ability to harvest now. And Teal's in control of what ore is left, and it also has 24,000 in the bank. And Red cannot threaten much of... Okay, no, you can threaten here with Teal's harvesters, but cannot threaten anywhere over here, which is where the majority of his ore is. Teal not even bothering anymore, he's just sending them in. Going for a scout, I guess, but just attacking on all fronts now. He knows he's got the advantage. So this defense held on. This one, yeah, unfortunate that he couldn't get some more Tesla in there, but not heaps got through. And again, had he recognised that moment earlier and pulled back in time, he might have had enough to slow that one down. But as it is, Teal's just walked through, taking out power, so the Teslas die. And yeah, Red's collapsed. And there's not much left for it. Did hold on over here. Well done, that man. But yeah, Red sees the writing on the wall. Well played, all players. It was good to get back into it, and it was good to watch this and analyse it a bit and see where I went wrong. See you on the next one.